Singapore is set to secure 2.175 million tons of high-quality, nature-based carbon credits. This is its first such deal under the Paris Agreement to support the country's 2030 climate target. Worth around 76 million Singapore dollars, the credits come from 4 overseas projects in Ghana, Peru and Paraguay. It marks the first tranche of carbon credits Singapore has secured. The National Climate Change Secretariat and Trade and Industry Ministries say the credits are meant for use from 2026 to 2030. They also add that such credits can help unlock green growth opportunities. Singapore is now home to about 150 companies in the carbon services and trading sector. The projects include forest protection and restoration of degraded grasslands. Singapore has also struck a legally binding carbon credit deal with Vietnam. The credits will come from carbon mitigation projects that meet international standards. Singapore will channel 5% of deal proceeds to support climate adaptation measures in Vietnam. Sustainability and the Environment Minister Grace Fu signed the deal virtually with her Vietnamese counterpart. Singapore is using carbon credits as a key tool to reduce its emissions. But how do they work? Let's take a look. We think of a carbon credit as a voucher. 1 credit equals 1 ton of carbon dioxide. A country can buy credits from projects elsewhere to help offset an equal amount of its own emissions. Now, Singapore aims to achieve net zero emissions by 2050, but with limited land for large-scale renewable energy projects and few natural resources, it faces constraints in fully decarbonizing its economy. At the same time, Singapore wants to be a hub for carbon credits and trading. The government is signing carbon trading agreements with other countries, including Bhutan, Thailand, and Vietnam. This means both Singapore firms and the nation as a whole can tap these trusted credits. Now, the projects can be pictured as a pool of carbon credits, each created by a real green project somewhere in the world. And that means Singapore firms can draw from this pool to buy these trusted credits that help to offset part of their own carbon emissions. This helps the nation as a whole to meet its climate goals. Now, in short, carbon credits are a way to pay for green projects when you cannot cut all emissions at home. Now, the big challenge is making sure that those credits are real, so they actually help the planet and don't just act as a license to pollute.